is the difference in height, but it will be a 7-inch reach advantage for the 3-1 favorite, Sugar Sean O'Malley. All right, now for the introductions. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas for UFC 276. Adesanya versus Cannonier, presented by Modelo. Root for those with a fighting spirit. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 15 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, Sugar Sean O'Malley. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 19 wins, 7 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, presenting the number 9 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Pedro, the young Punisher. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Outstanding referee Jason Herzog draws the pay-per-view opener. The beautiful Ariane Celeste with us tonight for UFC 276. And as you know, we never take your viewership for granted. Grateful to have you with us tonight for this massive pay-per-view event. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Timex, official timekeeper of UFC. Get early access to a limited drop of Timex UFC watches while supplies last at Timex.com. O'Malley southpaw in green. Muhoz will switch stances as well. He's in black.
And he's doing it with O'Malley because he understands that he wants to try to land those outside kicks. There was a lot of intensity between these two at the weigh-in yesterday at the press conference, in each other's face. And there is nothing like a UFC pay-per-view. It is the best.
I'm telling you.
It's just the best.
Muhoz seemed to be pretty emotional this week. Not that he can't channel that in the right way, but, you know, he wants this one in the worst way.
But when you have fought the level of guys that he has fought, that comes with wins and losses. So getting this one would feel great to Pedro Muhoz, but it will not be easy.
Couple early calf kicks for Muhoz.
It's very obvious that's a big part of his strategy.
Yep.
The one guy to defeat Sean O'Malley inside the octagon was Marlon Vera, and he relied very heavily on those calf kicks, and he really put damage on Sean's leg and compromised his mobility.
Sean has checked a few of those, though. He's done a good job of just turning the knee out on the calf kick.
Yep,
there
right
it is.
there. Yeah.
It's because they're blind. Muhoz has thrown them blind. He's got to throw something up top if he wants to land that calf kick.
Well, who should win Crypto.com's fan bonus of the night? Scan the QR code or go to Crypto.com/fan bonus. Help your 3 favorite athletes win up to $30K in Bitcoin. Voting is open right now. O'Malley feints.
O'Malley trying to draw out a reaction. Feint to try to make Muhoz attack. He's a great counter striker.
It is well documented Pedro Muhoz hasn't been finished in MMA. On the other side, Sean O'Malley's last 5 wins have come by knockout or TKO.
You saw in that last calf kick attempt, Muhoz actually pulled it back because a few have been checked, but that one wasn't. Maybe Muhoz starts to take that kick a little higher because O'Malley's doing a really good job of checking.
Yeah, he's obviously prepared very well for this,
Yep.
knowing that that's a big part of Pedro's game.
Right hand over the top, got Muhoz's attention.
And we talked about this with Jalen Turner earlier. These guys are so long for the weight class that when you feel you're out of range, right hand can land.
Right here. I know it's an accident.
O'Malley nearly landed right where he intended to, a little bit low, but if you watch his vision,
block the
right,
kick
he's
down
looking
into
high.
it, okay? So it's a complete accident. Give it a little time.
Kind of right on the belt line. Interesting. Like, I think the audience is booing because they don't think it's a cup kick.
Right.
It really wasn't that low.
No, it wasn't very low, but maybe it's the heel that caught the cup.
Left hand gets through the guard for O'Malley. Inside leg kick for Muhoz.
A lot of kicks by Pedro.
A lot of kicks without setups.
Yep.
To this point, leg kick's the only strike that Pedro Muhoz has landed. Under 90 seconds here in round one. Appeared to be a good leg kick there by Muhoz.
Yeah, every time Sean switches stances, Pedro mirrors him.
He wants to keep that back leg available.
Goes high, yeah. A lot of feints from Sean O'Malley, as you'd expect. Muhoz attacks low again.
The one thing about Pedro Muhoz is you've got to be careful in your approach against him because he hits so hard. We saw him put down Dominic Cruz 2 times, I believe. Guy has tremendous power, and like you said, very durable. So you got to be careful in your approach, and I think the way O'Malley's approaching that is a credit to that.
Muhoz not biting on these feints, but he's definitely at a speed disadvantage tonight. Sort of telegraphed that spinning offering. Nice body kick by O'Malley to close the round. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of the UFC. Grab one today at Casey's.
Just relax, just relax. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Just cool down your breathing. You're in phenomenal shape. Phenomenal shape. Yeah, you can get it below your belly button. You're good. Hey, you can step low a little bit with that right hand and whip it. He's standing there right in front of you when he's kicking. Just snipe him. Just fucking ding him right on the chin, okay?
For him to get lost, what do you need to do? After you kick him, you need to do something else. You need another move. You can't just stay at a kick, okay? Okay, let's go.
Crypto.com is giving you the power to vote for your top 3 fighters from the night. Go to crypto.com/fan bonus to cast your vote now. All right, Dean Thomas watching this one intently for us. Of course, you see your former stablemates at American Top Team with Pedro Muhoz. Your thoughts on what we've seen thus far?
Buddy, ready?
Well, both guys are very well prepared for each other. I think the problem with Sean O'Malley is he was expecting Pedro Muhoz to come at him more, and Pedro was not falling for that. He's staying back a little bit farther, and I think that's going to give Sean O'Malley some problems.
You heard Sean Corner tell him to just snipe him. Again, he's got the range, he's got the length. If he can get his jab working a little bit, then you'll see him start to let those right hands go.
Pedro is doing a very good job of distance, though. He comes close, but then when he senses that Sean is coming towards him, he's backing up. And he's backing up, looking for counters and looking to land those chopping low kicks.
Pedro's corner wants another action after his leg kick. When he lands leg kicks, they want him to throw something after the kicks.
This is another level for Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
Good right hand over the top. Oh, just missed with that wheel kick. Man.
And I think that's one of the things that people underestimate about Sean O'Malley. He's a tremendous athlete. So he does things that not many guys do in the weight class.
He played basketball, baseball, football, soccer, outstanding athlete. Muhoz attacks the body. Pedro very disciplined, though, in terms of his entries and exits tonight.
Well, he has to be. The risk is way too great. The dangers are too high to go in there reckless. Because we have not seen Pedro fight like this. This is new.
Muhoz has some swelling on that lead left leg, courtesy of the O'Malley low kicks.
We've also never seen Pedro fight anyone this tall.
Yeah.
I mean, at 135, Sean is a very imposing figure. And that advantage is just gigantic. It's so frustrating trying to get close to a guy who's an excellent striker with a huge reach advantage, 5-inch height advantage.
Yeah.
It's the feints that get you. Because when he feints, Pedro has to stop.
Inside leg kick is there for Muhoz. Under 3 minutes to go. The next level of the Jordan Poole experience is here. Nope. In theaters July 22nd.
It's also the speed and the fact that Sean doesn't load up. He just fires them in there. There's no wind up. There's no telegraph.
That's what Tim Welch in some part was calling for. Those kicks right up the middle. Muhoz way out of range with his offering. Pedro has done a nice job mixing up the leg kicks. Stinging jab from O'Malley.
Oh.
No, it's time. Sit right here. Just take a moment. Take a moment. I know it was an accident. Yeah. Just gotta be careful with the accidents, right? They're adding up.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a bad one.
You got time. You got time. Do the best you can here. Yeah? Let me give you a little time. Stand by. I'm gonna have a doctor just come in and look at you, okay?
All right, Jason Herzog calling for the
give me a
octagon
towel
side
of water
position.
after he's done. We're gonna give him time. I'm gonna give him a towel with some water too to help this.
Okay,
I'll give it to you and then you'll apply.
Okay, that's
Thank you.
fine. Go ahead.
Just give him time. Stay in the game. I'm doing that.
That's not good.
He could be heard saying, all I see is black.
Yeah. If he can't see out of that eye, this fight is over. And that's exactly what he just said.
Can't see anything out of that eye.
Well, that's okay. We'll give it a little time here. Do the best we can. Hey, Pedro, just take a moment here. We'll put the towel on your eye. Try to calm things down.
That was back to back. I think Pedro is. It looks like he's reaching for a disqualification here.
He's complaining of not only can he not see, that is the back part of the eye is hurt.
He said that it was back to back.
That's it.
Anticlimactic, doesn't even begin to describe it as they call off the fight.
Unintentional foul. It's an unintentional foul. Good decision. Yeah, unintentional foul.
All right, so Jason Herzog ruling that it is an unintentional foul, which means it will be a no contest between Sean O'Malley and Pedro Muhoz.
That's a bummer.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a bummer, but then it's just such an unfortunate thing that happens with MMA gloves and fingers. And you can clearly see what Sean was doing. He was just trying to push his hand out there. He wasn't extending the fingers. In fact, his fingers were raised.
Yeah.
Just an inadvertent eye poke.
All right, we're going to look back at it. This fight replay is brought to you by Sweet Sweat. Check out their website, sportsresearch.com.
Right here you see Pedro jab, double jab, trying to close distance, and Sean just had his hands actually pointed straight up.
It really didn't look that bad.
No, it doesn't. But
I mean, you can never tell what happens with the eye.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Looks worse on that angle.
Yeah.
And Muhoz did say he felt like he got touched twice in that eye, for what it's worth.
Yeah, he was, it looked like he was trying to find his range with his hands up like you are told to do by the officials, but